The struggles for the Blue Jays continue as they're in Atlanta for the second game of the two-game series, and they lose 7-2 and get swept in the mini two-game set. And, right from the get-go, it didn't look good. Wilmer Font opened the ball game, and honest to goodness, as much as I love Wilmer Font, I'm not sure why he was out there. Let me put into perspective for you guys why I believe so. He just pitched on Sunday, 2 innings, okay? Now, usually you see Wilmer Font get 3 to 5 days off, that kind of, 5 days, but like 3 or 4 days off. 2 days later, he's out there again pitching two innings today. Now, I'm not really sure why, because TJ Zeuch, the guy who was supposed to come in, and relieve him, which he did in his debut, great to see him out there, but he was on his regular's day of rest. So why did he not just get the start and Wilmer Font maybe get an open tomorrow, or I don't know what's going on in the next game. I think it's Trent Thornton, if I'm not mistaken, is on the mound. Yeah, and then you have Clay Buchholz, and then you have Yarb, and then you have nobody on the Saturday against Tampa, or the Sunday for that matter. So why don't you throw Wilmer Font in there for one of those games? Give him the lengthy time off because he's done a great job. Instead, they throw him out there today, and he gets hammered in the first inning. Has a tough time, ends up only going that 1 inning, gives up 4 hits, 2 runs, and tough one for Wilmer Font. But TJ Zeuch came in. The name's going to have to continue to get used to his name. But a lot of hype going around this guy, especially since that no-hitter he threw in Buffalo. And I thought he was pretty good. Other than 1 inning where he just kind of lost the strike zone and made a bad pitch to Josh Donaldson, I thought he was pretty good. Yeah, he had a couple walks in that last inning that he had. And then with Josh Donaldson, he got behind in the count 3-1. You usually don't want to do. They threw a 3-1 breaking ball for a strike. That's nice. But he came back with the same pitch and it was up. And Donaldson was just waiting for it. He was just waiting for that pitch. I mean, I don't know why. Look. If I'm a hitter and I get a pitch that I get buckled on, you got to expect they're going to throw it again. And that's what happened. And he crushed it for a 2-run double. But other than that double and the 2 walks in that 1 inning, I thought TJ Zeuch was awesome. Over the other 3 innings, he gave up a total of 3 hits, didn't walk a batter. He ends up striking out 4 guys over 4 innings. So I didn't think he was all that bad. And again, this guy's never pitched in the big leagues before, and they're all like, Here's the Atlanta Braves, a team coming into this one having won 5 straight, the leader in their division, a team that's definitely going to the postseason and going to be really good. Here you go. And I don't think he was all that bad. Now, ideally, they don't know him, he doesn't know them, blah, 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 all that. But honestly, I thought he was pretty good. His slider looks good. His fastball's a little sneaky at 93, 94 at times. I like him. I like the looks of TJ Zeuch, especially since he's 6'7". He had that height to that, and I think he looks pretty good. I think he'll get another 1 or 2 starts, and I hope he gets an actual start, not an open and a relief. I hope he gets an actual start, because that is what he's used to, and I want to see him going through his routines. But we'll have to see how it all plays out. And even after those 2 runs that he gave up, it was a 4-0 game for the Braves. The Jays had no offense in this one until the top of the 7th inning where they decided to score some runs. Rowdy Tellez, a solo shot to right field. Great job by him. It was a slider over the middle of the plate. You don't usually miss that, and he didn't. A couple batters later, Teoscar Hernandez doubles to center field. Derek Fisher comes in, and Fisher had a pretty good ball game. One of the only Blue Jays with 2 hits. But that was it. They made it 4-2, and then Derek Locke comes out, has a really good 1 inning. I'm not sure why they continue to try and push him more than 1 inning, and then he caves in. He gives up a run, he walks a batter. They bring in Tim Meza. He struggles, gives up a hit, and walks 2 and gives up 2 earned runs. Meza's been absolutely awful lately, guys. I tried to have faith in him. I thought he had a great end of the year last season. Like, man, he's got some high potential. Had a rough start to this year, and then came back up to the Blue Jays and was stellar. And then it's hit a brick wall and has been awful ever since. I mean, I don't know what's going on with Tim Meza. Sam Gaviglio threw 2/3 of an inning, cleaning up the mess and ending the ball game for the pitching staff. So that is where we sit there. Offensively, like I talked about, Derek Fisher, the only guy with 2 hits in the ball game. He was 2 for 3 with an RBI. With a run scored and a walk. His average jumped to 203 from 191. That's still not very good, but good to see Derek Fisher getting a run and getting on base a couple times in a very tough ball game where the Jays just could not get on base. Bo Bichette 1 for 4, and it was a very nice 1 for 4. A base hit to the opposite field ripped base hit to the opposite field. And you know what? As much as this was an awful game, you got to commend Bo Bichette for his Derek Jeter-like play in shortstop. I mean, he was in the hole. He was off balance. Now, yes, the catcher, Tyler Flowers, was running, but he had to make a hard throw, get it over there in the air, and a nice little stretch by Rowdy Tellez making the play. And it's the small things you're seeing from Bo Bichette. It's the small things that we haven't seen yet that we're starting to see. We saw a little, chopper in front of him that he came in and ran it down and made a great play. We've seen him make a few errors on that earlier, so to see him make the play there, it's nice to see. Vladdy, though, had a tough night, though. He was 0 for 3 with a strikeout, but he walked once. Kevin Biggio, same thing, except he didn't strike out. He was 0 for 3 with a walk. And just a tough night all around with the bats. Rowdy 1 for 4. Obviously, he had the home run early in the 7th inning, and Teoscar Hernandez 1 for 3. Obviously, had the RBI double. But you take all of that away, right? You take that hit away from Hernandez. You take that hit away from Tellez. I think Fisher got a hit in that inning. So you take that hit away. I'm going to actually go to the top of the 7th so I can get my stats straight here. In that top of the 7th, Derek Fisher doubled. So 3 hits there in that 1 inning. The Jays ended with 6. They had half of their hits in that 7th inning. You're not going to win ball games that way. You got to string hits together. Now, I get it. You're facing a good team in Atlanta, blah, blah, blah. But to be the best, you got to beat the best. And we want to see this team continue to get better and grow. Today was not really a good example of that. Other than seeing TJ Zoik come out there in his debut and not look bad, I don't really know what else you want to say from this. I mean, other than Derek Fisher looking good and Bo Bichette making a couple plays good in the field and having the nice hit, there's not much else. And it's not fun to talk about games like this, And these videos aren't going to be much longer than this, guys. I mean, with no minor league teams playing anymore, their seasons are done. There's not much else to go to. But what we are going to talk about is the upcoming series, the 4-game set, I think it is, against the Tampa Bay Rays down at Tropicana Field. Yippee! We're there for 4. Starting on Thursday nights at 7:10, first pitch there at Tropicana. Trent Thornton on the mound for the Blue Jays. His history against the Tampa Bay Rays, not very good. So we're going to have to see how it all plays out there on Thursday against Tampa. And the key for Trent Thornton, do not have that one bad inning. If he can... You guys hear that thunder? I don't know if you guys can hear that. Ooh, that's pretty loud out there. Anyways, if he can avoid that one bad inning, or caving in that one bad inning, he'll do fine. But it's when he gets a base runner and a couple base runners on to start an inning is where he usually just caves in and crumbles and falls apart. If he doesn't do that, he's usually phenomenal. So what are we going to see from Trent Thornton there on Thursday night? We're going to have to wait and see. On Friday night, 7:10 first pitch, Clay Buchholz on the mound for the Blue Jays against Charlie Morton on the mound for the Rays, and he has been... Charlie Morton's had a ridiculously good season, a 14-6 record with a 3.06 earned run average. And in 170 innings, he has 209 strikeouts. Charlie Morton is one of the best pitchers in baseball, and we're facing him on Friday night. Saturday evening, 6:10 first pitch. Ryan Yarborough's on the mound, and I'm assuming Wilmer Font's going to be the opener in that one. And then Sunday at 1:10, there's no pitchers for each of us. I'm assuming it's a bullpen day for both teams. But who's going to open it? It could be Wilmer Font on back-to-back days. So what are they going to do? We're going to have to wait and see, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed this video and you guys did not enjoy the ball game today, smack that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on the game, your thoughts on the Blue Jays play as of late, which has been awful. They've lost 3 straight games. I think they're, 3-7 in their last 10. They're not playing well. And with the loss today, the Blue Jays are 30 games under 500 at 55-85. The smelling of 100 losses, it's getting closer. I mean, 15 losses. I think they have over 20 games left. Is it 162 games? We're at game 140. So 22 games left. If you go 7-15 the rest of the way, then that means you're a 100-loss team. You're 60-100. That's not good. But, I mean, look, with the teams the Jays are playing over the next little while, it might be difficult. But we're going to have to see how it all plays out, guys. All right, I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this game, this team, the minor leagues. TJ Zoik, what did you think of his debut as a Blue Jay? I want to hear your thoughts on his start and what you think his future holds with the Blue Jays. Do you see him in the rotation? Do you see him in the bullpen? Do you not see him at all in the future? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. And check out my main man, Mo Buckets, on Twitter, guys. Blue Jays Wave on Instagram. If you've not checked out the channel or his Instagram page already, please do so. Him and his buddy Rob do a heck of a job on there. Please go check that out on Instagram, Blue Jays Wave. Twitter is down below, guys. Follow up, send me a DM. Do all that great stuff. And I will talk to you guys Blue Jays edition in Game 1 of the 4-game set against the Tampa Bay Rays down at Tropicana Field on Thursday night. Trent Thornton on that for the Blue Jays in Game 1. Like I said, 7:10 first pitch at Tropicana Field. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Talk to you guys then.